Good afternoon and welcome to Dialogue with Deidre. I'm your host, Deidre Malone. I am so excited to have in the M1 TV studio today Teresa Dickerson with Kroger, the Delta Division. And Teresa, just coming off of a news conference, announcing some very exciting news that will be a joy and a pleasure for the residents of Orange Mound. Teresa, welcome back to. Have you ever been on Dialogue with
This
Deidre?
is my first time,
Oh my
Deidre.
goodness! Welcome to Dialogue with Deidre.
Thank you. Thank you for the invitation. We appreciate you allowing me to be here.
Look, anytime you have great news that you want to share with our
Okay.
viewers, you are welcome to come on back. And so, had a major announcement this week.
We did, and we are just so grateful and also just super excited about our announcement to donate the Orange Mound building we own back to the community. And we worked with a number of people to make this possible. Of course, Mayor Strickland and his committee, as well as Councilwoman Jamita Swearingen, as well as Superlow.
Wonderful.
Yeah, and I can tell you the team over at Superlow, they were just such a pleasure to work with, and it was funny because two competitors sitting at the table talking and deciding how to move forward. But I will tell you, the one thing we consistently agreed on was it was needed.
Well, and I know that the residents in Orange Mound are so excited to be able to, Kroger's still involved in the community because you didn't sell it to Super Low. You made a donation of the facility, of the
Right.
building, right?
Right, and the building's worth about $500,000. So yes, being able to donate that back to the community for the purpose of having fresh food in that community. I mean, it was just it definitely speaks to our purpose, and that is to feed the human spirit. And we could have sold that building. We had a number of offers to sell the building to other businesses, not grocery stores, but we did have a few businesses interested in purchasing the building. But when we sat down with the Orange Mound community, the leaders, with our corporate officers from Cincinnati, as well as the Delta Division team, we all agreed that we needed to help find a grocery store for the community.
Teresa, I remember when Kroger made the decision, and I know it was a tough one, to close that location. I remember your organization, and I think it was you primarily, saying that you were looking for ways to make sure that the residents in that area were provided with an outlet for food. And you basically said that early on.
Right.
And look at what Kroger's done.
Well, we made a promise.
Yeah.
We made a promise to the community, and when we make a promise, we have to stick with that promise. I mean, we worked hard to try to find someone to enter the building. But we didn't stop. If someone said no, they just couldn't do it at the time, then we moved on to the next one because still know the importance of it. And it is a hard decision, closing stores. It is a very hard decision.
Right, but you kept a promise and you kept that promise. You made a
We
promise
did,
and you kept the promise.
We did. We sure did, and we're proud of it.
Well, let me just say that Kroger has done so much for the community. Women's Foundation, NAACP, Salvation Army, the list goes on and on and
Thank you.
on. And so I think, nobody can really question the investment that Kroger, specifically the Delta Division, has in this community.
We're part of this community, and we love the city of Memphis. Kroger has been here for so many years, and we're not planning to leave. We want to be great community partners. We want to do what's best for the community. It is hard sometimes to always do what's best considering, the closing of stores. We never want to do that. We're not in the business of closing stores. We are in the business of feeding the human spirit, and where we possibly can do that, we will do that.
So let me just say to the residents of Memphis who live close to Kroger stores, don't go over the state lines.
Right.
Go to your neighborhood grocery store.
Go to your neighborhood
Kroger.
Yes, go support your neighborhood grocery store, because that, we know that grocery stores provide hope.
Right.
And we feed our families. We want to be that trusted partner at your dinner table every night, and we want to be able to answer that question, what's for dinner? Well, come to Kroger. Let us show you, what's for dinner, and let us help you find those items that you want to put on the table to nourish and feed your family who you so dearly love. That's what we want to do. That's what we're in the business of doing.
Well, let me just say, I've read somewhere, and I know from personal experience, full disclosure, what's going on in Mississippi?
Oh, wow. Well, in Mississippi, we are working to provide our customers with an added convenience, and that is to provide wine in grocery stores in all of our Mississippi stores. So we are part of the Looking for Wine Coalition in Mississippi, and we're just trying to encourage our supporters. Hey, if you want wine in grocery stores, if you would like that added convenience, join us. Check us out. You can visit lookingforwinems.com to get more information about it.
Let me just say, it's been successful in Tennessee.
Right.
And so now the push is for Mississippi.
Yes.
And our viewers can assist, specifically if you live in Mississippi, by being a coalition member. Right. Signing up to get more information. We may be at a Kroger or Walmart near you where you can find out additional information, or if you become a coalition member, then you may get an email about what's going on with the campaign.
Exactly, and you can follow along and also reach out to your legislator in your area to ask for help or to ask them to support the Looking for Wine initiative.
Because at the end of the day, they'll make that decision, right?
Exactly.
But we can help them make that decision.
I think so. That's right. Making those phone calls to the legislator in your area, just letting them know how important it is for you to have that convenience. I mean, Mississippi, was one of the last states to actually have wine in grocery stores. And I mean, you have Tennessee, you have now Arkansas, you have Louisiana, and Florida, of course, and Alabama too.
Yes.
So Mississippi is standing there, yeah.
Surrounding states, pretty much, just
right.
standing alone. And I guess, convenience is one thing, but the economic benefit to the state of Mississippi is incredible.
The added revenue for the state, when we have. You have an election going on, about to happen in Mississippi.
Right.
So I remember hearing all of the candidates talk about the need to generate additional revenue. Well, this is an opportunity to get wine in grocery stores. It will generate added revenue for the state of Mississippi.
Well, Teresa Dickerson, thank you so much for coming by Dialogue with Deidre. You are more than welcome to come back anytime.
Well, thank you. Next time, maybe we can talk about Uplift the Community grant with the NAACP. We're looking forward to that
That's
next
so
year.
Exciting.
Yeah.
Now, let me just say, you weren't on, but let me tell you, last year, earlier this year, I talked about it.
Oh, good.
Several times. So the next time you come back, that's when we're going to actually launch the application process.
Okay.
So I want you to come back and talk about that in great detail.
Yeah.
And we'll talk about how we need more partners for that.
Exactly.
For that project. So so when Teresa comes back, we'll talk about that in great detail.
Okay.
All right. Teresa Dickerson with Kroger. Thank you so much for being with us. You've been watching Dialogue with Deidre.
Yeah.
And I'm your host, Deidre Malone. Thank you so much for watching us on the M1 TV network. Make sure you follow us on all of our social media platforms. And we look forward to seeing you again next week. Have a great day.